I think it's kind of big news. Hassan got subpoenaed, right? I mean, this is really bad. And so, yeah, I don't know what else to say beyond this, right? I mean, just in federal officials subpoena political streamer Hassan Piker, I mean, that's what happens. That's what I mean, like, look, shouldn't have done it. Should not have done it. And sup, boys? Yeah, has that coming? I mean, I don't know if he had it coming or not. I really don't. But I know that whenever you go to another country and you are literally running propaganda for a communist dictatorship that kills its own people, and they have political prisoners, and they put people in jail for freedom of speech, right? Like all of these things. I think that you probably, I mean, like, and they're also, again, they're literally oppositional to the United States. Shouldn't have done it. It's a big mistake, right? It is. It's a big mistake. So, man always jokes about playing with fire. Well, I mean, the thing with playing with fire is sometimes you get burned, right? I mean, that's what they say. So, yeah, I mean, that's really it. The self-admitted terrorist, dictator, propagandizer. Well, I don't know about that. I don't know if he's admitted that particularly, but yes. Was he removed from Twitch because of the subpoena? No. I mean, like, there's nothing. I mean, being subpoenaed doesn't mean that you broke the law. It doesn't mean that you did anything wrong. It means that you could just simply be involved in something that could be problematic, and they need to find out, like, what's going on with you, right? And so, like, really, it's an investigation. Yeah, they basically created like a web with an investigation, and one of those strands of the web leads to Hassan Piker, right? I mean, that's what happened. So, yeah, I mean, that's really what I think. Like a witness? Yeah, like a witness or something like that, right? You're under a microscope, subpoena's just an interrogation. Yeah, it's an investigation, interrogation, whatever you want to call it. So, I mean, I don't really think that you're, like, I mean, what is the probability that Hassan goes to jail for this? I think it's like 1%, right? I mean, like, extremely, really, like, massively fucking low. Like, I would not expect this to happen at all. Do you expect to get one too? Well, no. Why would I get subpoenaed? Like, I'm not running propaganda for a communist government, right? I mean, like, I don't, why would that happen? So, like, I mean, no, I'm not worried about that at all. And if I did get subpoenaed, I'd have to comply with it, right? That's it. I really dislike it. It'll get a massive amount of attention, make him known nationwide. I don't really think it's that big of a deal, right? But I do think that in general, they should be more aggressive to the people that are going around and promoting these, like, communist and terrorist dictatorships. They should. And I'm glad to see that there's more aggression on it, but it's not really going to matter unless there's, like, jail time for the people that facilitated it, right? I'm not even talking about Hassan. I'm talking about the people that were involved with it, right? You see Unreal Engine 6 news? We're going to look at that later on. I did see that. I did. And so, yeah, watch the documentary called The Alabama Solution, the corruption in the Alabama pollution system. No, I didn't see that at all. I have no idea. Needs to serve as a lesson. People think they have free reign to support enemies of the United States and also literal terrorists. Yeah, I mean, like, I think that really, and this is one of the big components, right, is that people like Hassan will only weaponize American values whenever they're using them to attack America. Like, they don't really care about America or American values. They just care about using them in the best interest of their, like, identity agenda. So it's important to keep that in mind, because some people get, they get confused. So, like, they hear, like, oh, well, we're supposed to care about this, that, and the other thing. They don't care about that. Give a shit about that. Like, they're just simply telling you that because they think that telling you that will make you allow them do what they want, right? That's it. So why do you think America haters refuse to leave America if they hate it so much? Because they don't actually hate it. They're just farming outrage. And I think also they're racist. I think a lot of these people, not necessarily Hassan, but like a lot of these people are actually just racist, and they use it as a vector to attack Western culture and white people collectively, right? And so that's what I think it is, right? It's generally all of these things coming together. But yeah, it's curious. He never cares how bad life is in Turkey. Well, he doesn't live in Turkey, right? I mean, so that's going to obviously be why. But yeah, I did see this. In my opinion, I don't really think that. I mean, like, this is just generally, like, I'll look at other things that people are saying about it later on. But, like, this is generally the way that I feel about it is, like, I mean, if you get involved in something like this can, like, literally ruin your life. Like, you can get indirectly put in jail for like 20 years over something like this, right? And so, like, really, I think they should investigate it and find out what's true, what's not, what is true, what is, like, I mean, all that, right? Time to deport those that hate America. I think we need to deport a lot of people. I do, right? And so, you have some music today? What is this here? Yeah, I can put on something else. You know what? You're right. We've listened to the same music all the time. Let's listen to something different. Why not? And anyway... So, yeah, millions must go. Yeah, it seems that way. And video by Reckless Ben, political corruption, and company stealing $200K from an old man. I don't even know what that is. I have no idea. So, yeah, is Hassan an actor? Is an anchor baby, right? I have no idea. Like, I know he was born in the U.S. He grew up in Turkey, but like that's literally it. I mean, I don't have like a whole, history of this, right? I have no idea. So anyway, they go. Are they gonna go do discovery on all of his stuff? Yeah, they probably will. They'll probably go through, and this is what I think happened, and I'm guessing here, but I think that Hassan probably was either aware of or was okay with or complicit with a coordination with the Cuban government, that the event was being coordinated or facilitated or allowed, or somehow the Cuban government gave them some sort of thing that they got, like not money, but they gave them, let's say, accommodation. They gave them preferential treatment. They gave them, hotel stuff. They gave them food. They might have given other people money. I don't think he took money. It would be crazy to do that. So I think that really, like, all of these things are very, very likely. And I mean, I don't know whether they're true or not. That's why you have the subpoena and the investigation. But I think that whenever you have these organizations that are working with, and I think this is what's happening, right, is that you have these organizations, communist dictatorships, other countries, stuff like this, like, Iran, they are using American voices as useful idiots to push propaganda. And I think that whenever, obviously everybody has freedom of speech, right? You can say whatever you want to say. But the problem is that whenever you're receiving compensation and actual sense, you're getting something out of this, right? Like they're giving you something. There's consideration being, exchanged. There is a tangible value that's being given. Now you have a different conversation, right? Because now it's not necessarily you're doing this. It's that you're being paid by a foreign adversary to the United States to push anti-American, foreign propaganda, right? It's like being paid by the Nazis in 1943 or something like that, right? Like you obviously, or like being paid by Russia in fucking 1985. So yeah, we don't have a lot of the details yet. Yeah, I'm gonna look at the rest of this, right? I will. So I wonder why they're only doing this now and not when he was having real terrorists on his stream, because I think it's probably whenever he only had the terrorists on his stream, I think that they weren't really paying as much attention to him. One thing that I've noticed is what happens is that once people start getting talked about, everything that they do gets more attention. And even if they had done bad things before they started getting that attention, most people generally just ignore that and just look at the new things. And I think that's generally what happened. That was Biden? Yeah, exactly, right? Not defending him, but I don't think it was stupid to take money from him. Well, I mean, here, let me ask you a question, right? Do you want American citizens taking money from governments that we are actively in a military, let's say this is a defined enemy of the United States. Do you want American citizens taking monetary or other forms of compensation from those people in order to push an agenda? Do you want that? Because I'll give you my answer. I don't want that. I don't want that. I think that goes beyond the First Amendment, because now there's money that's being involved, and it's not just simply an alignment of ideology, right? I mean, that's really it. So people should be jailed. Yeah. So no. Okay. So then what's the? I don't think he was. So then why would it not be stupid? So if you agree that it's a bad idea and that we shouldn't be okay with it, and I don't understand this. So let me get this. Yeah. Also, terrorists didn't provide accommodation and consideration like the Cuban government allegedly did. Yeah, exactly, right. And so that's the way that I see it. He's also stupid enough to have an admitted terrorist on his stream. So what's the difference here? Because the terrorists didn't pay him, and the Cuban government could have. I don't think the Cuban got. No, I said I don't think Hassan was stupid to take money. Why would he not be stupid to take money? Why is that not stupid? Like, if North Korea offers you money, like, I can't. Like, I don't know what else to say beyond this, right? I mean, so anyway, China might have given him money as well. As far as I know, because I know some of the other people that were involved with that, China did not pay him. As far as I know, they might have, like, he might have worked with, like, a travel agency. And also, by the way, China is not an enemy of ours. China is one of our biggest trading partners. We have thousands of people go over to China every year. Thousands of people from China come to the United States every year. They're not our enemy the same way Cuba is our enemy. Like, I mean, that's just as defined by the government. Like, I mean, you can make an argument on, like, a geopolitical scale, but I'm talking about, like, in terms of, are they our enemy? Does the government say they are our enemy? No, not in the same way they say that about Cuba. China, yes, China is a rival country. They are not an enemy. Does that make sense? So, yeah, I mean, I don't know really what else to say. But China's more an adversary than an enemy. Again, like that's one of the primary reasons we're considering removing Cuba's government is because of their ties with China and as per the State Department. That's fine, but we're still working directly with China. And ultimately, like, is it so? And this is really the thing, right? We can look at some of the information about this because obviously this has been kind of a pretty big deal. So the probe examines potential violations of U.S. sanctions under the Cuban asset control regulations that prohibit unlicensed travel related to transactions, dealings with the Cuban government designated as a state sponsor of terrorism. Let me look this up. If you are an American citizen, what can you do with a state sponsor of terrorism that could potentially put you in jail? Get you put in jail. Okay. All right, so we're going to look this up. We're going to figure it out. Hassan stayed in a hotel that was off limits by U.S. sanctions. I have no idea. Like, how can I possibly know that? Key illegal, and all this is an AI analysis, okay? So it could be wrong. So, key illegal or high-risk activities. Unauthorized financial transactions with the government of these countries. It is a federal crime to engage with in a financial transaction with the government of a designated state sponsor of terrorism if you know or have reasonable cause to know of the designation. Penalties, fines, and up to 10 years in. Wow. Wow. Okay. Let's see the next one. Trade, exports, imports, and business dealings. Comprehensive embargoes ban most of goods, technology, and services from these countries, especially anything that could have military dual applications. Importing goods or services from them. Oh, that's like, you know, bringing things from Cuba into the U.S. So that's it. Providing any services, consulting, engineering, tourism related if it involves the government. Oh my God. This is not looking good. It's looking really bad. Oh my God. Okay, so travel-related transactions, especially to Cuba, Iran, North Korea, and Syria. I didn't know Syria was still on the list, honestly. U.S. citizens can generally travel to these countries with exceptions or advisories, but spending money there often constitutes a prohibited transaction. For example, in Cuba, tourism is not a licensed category. Only specific categories, family visits, journalistic, educational, etc. are allowed, and you must comply strictly with OFAC rules. So, we'll look at this later on, okay? Similar stricter limits apply everywhere. Unauthorized travel arrangements. Unauthorized travel arrangements or payments to government-linked entities. Unauthorized travel arrangements. Providing material support to terrorism. So if your actions indirectly support terrorist activities leading to these states, this carries severe penalties up to life in prison for extreme cases. This overlaps with sanctions but focuses on intent and knowledge regarding terrorism. I mean, man, I mean, like, this is, oh, God. I mean, he obviously knew. I mean, it's not like, oops, I accidentally did this. Like, it's looking bad. Yeah, this is looking really, really bad. Holy shit. Other prohibited acts. Investing and contracting with these governments, exporting technical data, re-exporting for universities, banking, important nuances, licenses, and inspections. OFAC can issue specific licenses, but these are narrow and require applications. So if they didn't get an application for this and it wasn't approved, then I guess maybe they could do that. U.S. person, wherever you are in the world. Penalties are serious. Civil fines can be up to $300,000 per violation. State sponsors list. Okay, can you expand on what OFAC rules are? Let's see what this is. What are the chances of him being charged? Do you want me to ask what the chances of him being charged are? Okay, like, I think it's gonna, so, the 12 authorized categories. So it wasn't a family visit. It wasn't official business of the government. It could have been journalist, right? I mean, I think that you could make that argument that it was journalistic. You could make the argument professional research, probably not. You could make the argument that it's educational. It's not religious, it's not athletic, it's support for the Cuban people, enhance them. You probably could make this argument as well. Humanitarian projects, you could make this argument, definitely. And let me see. Okay, so yeah. I mean, there's 3 or 4 of these that are, I would say pretty broad. Well, I don't know yet. And so he's independent, he doesn't fall into a journalist. Well, I don't know if it, like, and this is what it says. You must engage in a full-time schedule of authorized activities. No significant time free for tourism. Yeah, it seems like if you do this, you have to, like, this has to be approved, right? This is the OFAC Cuba page. And consult a sanctions attorney before planning travel. Ignorance or I didn't know is not a defense. Enforces based on what you should reasonably know. Well, guys... Based on these laws, what do you think the chances are? And we'll peer review this. We'll, obviously, for any sort of real legitimate research, you want to have peer-reviewed study. So we will also look this up on Google Gemini as well. And we'll see if Google Gemini has the same analysis. So let me go and do this one first, though, okay? What do you think the chances of Hassan Piker being put in jail or fined based on the subpoena? I don't know how to spell subpoena. Fuck. Based on the... Okay, alright. Yeah, I don't know how to spell subpoena. How do you spell subpoena? Subpoena. Yeah, okay, it's... Okay, that's why it's confusing to me. Okay, subpoena, based on the subpoena he received. Okay. All right. I think it's probably 1%. It's very, very low. Low to moderate chances of jail time, moderate chances of a civil fine, depending on what the investigation uncovers. And the probe examines 40 citizens and activists involved with possible violations. No charges have been filed, potential violations, full-time schedule, no direct financial transactions with restricted government-linked entities and hotels. Deliveries must go to legitimate, detailed records required for 5 years. If the convoy delivered supplies to the government, stayed at restricted hotels, or involved coordination that constituted prohibited transactions, it could violate the rules. So, yeah, I mean, under 20, 30, yeah, I mean, this is what I'm thinking about it too, right? Like, I feel like it's a very, very low probability. I mean, it says below 20 to 30%. Under 20, I mean, like 1% is under, right? I mean, that's it. So, And so anyway, restriction hotels, check. Yeah, I mean, Asmon, I hope not, loses content. Well, I don't think it's going to happen, right? Like, as I've said, I really don't think so. But let me go back. I'll go ahead and copy-paste the same question, right? And, okay. All right, let's ask Gemini. Here we go. And we're going to do a... we're going to do thinking level is going to be extended. And we're going to put it around the pro. All right, so we're going all in. Okay, we're gonna activate. We're gonna deprive an entire African village of water in order to get the answer to this question. Okay, Mr. Beast is gonna have to go back there and dig more wells after I'm done with this. It's worth it. Yeah, exactly. It's clearly worth it. Okay, let's see it. Did you see Iran? Yeah, pro is for coding, bro. It doesn't matter. I just made it up. Yeah, I just made it up, guys. Yeah, Saint Twitch, yeah, he's gonna be making an example of trust. You gotta do Copilot too. I don't even know what it is. The chances are facing jail time are extremely low. Okay, so that's more. Yeah, I mean, like I don't really know action most likely. Yeah, this is what I think is going to happen. I don't think that they're probably going to do anything about this, but I do think that obviously people that support this stuff. There should be accountability for it, but I don't know what it is. Copilot sucks ass. I've never used it before. I have no idea if it does or not. But yeah, anyway, put it through Perplexity. Do Claude for triple peer review. I can't do that. I don't even have... I only have Google, Gemini, and Grok. I don't even know how to use the other ones, right? And so anyway... So Gemini is much less optimistic about this than Grok is. Now, what do I think? I think nothing's going to happen. I think he's going to have to get subpoenaed. He's going to provide the information. Maybe they fine him. I think there's like a 20% chance he gets fined. Other than that, nothing happens. That's straight up what I think it is. Yeah, I mean, I'm going to be real. Nothing ever happens. What would you want? I mean, I don't know what I want because I don't know what happened. Like, I think that if you coordinated something with a foreign government, then you should look at jail time. Like, whenever you are organizing and coordinating with a government that the United States has designated as a state sponsor of terror, like, yeah, obviously there should be, like, that's literally, like, treason, right? But, like, I don't know if that's what happened, so I'm not going to go and say this is what should happen to somebody whenever I don't even know what they did. So who the fuck knows? Is there stuff in there? If you actually worked with CCP on the China trips, the feds will find out? Well, no, but the CCP and China is fundamentally different than Cuba. I know that people view China as like a bigger threat because China's a bigger country, but according to the justice system, Cuba, like organizing and working with the Cuban government is more restricted than the Chinese government because of those extra, the sanctions, and on top of that, the state sponsor of terror, right? The water thing isn't true. I know the water thing isn't true. It doesn't stop it from being funny, though. So that's it. You're allowed to go to North Korea and hang with Kim Jong-un? I mean, I have no idea. I really don't know. The feds have a high conviction rate. I find that they'll dig up something. I think that, I mean, listen, these are the same feds that didn't even go after people for making the Tesla dealership lists. These are the same feds that didn't go after people for advocating to kill Donald Trump and Charlie Kirk. These are the same feds that had no problem watching people violently assault ICE and also supporters of ICE at protests, and nothing happened. This hotel is state-owned. What is this here? Can I find it? Well, the country was starving. They were preparing this for the convoy. Wait, who was that? What's this?
Oh, thanks, mate. Gracias. Gracias, senor.
Nothing.
What is this?
No, ashtray. No. We're todo para nuestra salud. Sin azúcar, sin tabac, todo.
Now that the attitude in the Western world has radically shifted against Israel and America.
What a surprise.
In many ways, recognizing the Israeli apartheid, recognizing the genocide. Do you feel as though there's an opportunity for people to take a different approach to foreign adversary governments like Cuba that have been designed as foreign adversaries by the American state?
Yes, I do. And I think the...
Oh, I know this guy. This guy's an idiot.
Around the world
are
either
I didn't recognize him.
Practicing hostility to Cuba or just going
Weren't you cheering the new guy in the FBI? Why do you change your mind so often? I don't change my mind often, and that's the reason why. And I'm happy that he's doing stuff, but like, again, I am hard to be won over, okay? Like, I hope that's what happens. I hope they go after people like this, but that's it. And, yeah, it looks like propaganda to me. Yeah, wholly leading question. Well, I mean, obviously it's a leading question. I mean, they're there to push propaganda, right? I mean, that's literally it. So it's just that simple. That's but yeah, anyway, I don't know really what else is going to happen with this, but Vampire, yeah, I mean, advocating for Trump's assassination.
And you actually wrote about this, and it was a great video where you talked about, you know, someone has to do it. See, when I say that, everyone knows exactly what I mean. That, which is, I think that shows that
you should have expected that you were going to get, like, I mean, this was a mistake to do this. This is a mistake to say this, right? Because, like, now you're going to have, I mean, playing all, like, for example, like, if he ever goes on trial for this, I think he loses 100%. I do. Like, if it's a jury trial, like, you're not going to be able to show somebody, like, saying, you know, the U.S. deserved 9/11. It's better if white women get raped because it's other white women and not minorities. And he said all these things. I mean, he's plainly said this. And, you know, like, advocating for assassinating the president. I mean, you're really not going to have... You're not going to have a lot to go on there, right? I mean, it's just really bad. It's extremely bad. So they're onto that context. Yeah, that's not going to work, right? It's just not. And yeah, compile all the clips, send it to Cash Patel. Right, of course. Yeah, snitch him out. You think so? And you think Assam would get the attention and warrant a subpoena if he wasn't dog shocking incident? I do think the dog shocking incident was one of the most important things. It was, and it absolutely was. So let me see if I can find a few more of these here and look at it, because yeah, I mean, some of this really I feel like it's kind of a big deal. And let me see here, subpoena over the Cuba trips. Clarifies in a series of tweets. Okay, let me see here. First they came for the, this is just explicitly first they came for the communists, by the way. Yeah, good. Yeah, I mean, like, I'm not gonna live my life based off of some little poem. I'm not gonna do that. Like, no, that's stupid. Yeah, first they came for the communists, then they came for the rapists, then they came for the criminals, then they came for the robbers, and then all the problems went away, so they stopped coming for people. This whole idea that you can't go after people for bad behavior because, oh my God, what if it happens to you, is just crazy. Yeah, and then they stopped coming for, yeah, there's no more problems. El Salvador proves this, like it does. Like, that you can literally just put these people in jail and then the problems go away. So that's it. And as far as you know, you still have to tell a green card that if you're a communist or not. Yeah, I mean, in my opinion, I don't think we should be letting any of those people in the country. I don't. It's really just slippery slope fallacy. It is. The group was about Democrats and Republicans uniparty on Israel and why it's the only thing that if it's the only thing you care about, which is why currently defending Trump admin, jailed dissidents. I mean, again, I think that's something totally different. You'd cheer it on just the same, big dog. Think Kamala Harris would have done the same. And so this is even an answer. We stayed at the right hotel, by the way. The government got duped by a fucking viral Twitter post. I'm losing my mind. Damn. The thing is that I have zero sympathy for Hassan because he regularly and all the time misframes and intentionally misunderstands other people's positions in order to make them look bad. He does this constantly. So now the government might be doing it to you. So it's like, really, you've been doing this to everybody all the time. You constantly call anybody who disagrees with you Israel's strongest soldier or, you know, Israel lover or something like that. It's not even really true. So whenever you've made an entire, like basically an internet career out of mislabeling and misunderstanding things, then I'm not going to feel too bad about it, right? I mean, you shouldn't have done it. You know, it doesn't feel too good. So, yeah, what goes around comes around. And the funniest part about this is the government is going to go through all this and try to get Hassan for staying at a hotel Nick Shirley actually stayed at. Yeah, and they're probably not going to go after Nick Shirley. It's because Nick Shirley is an American patriot that's trying to make the world a better place. And Hassan is trying to promote terrorists and, like, terrorism and communism. That's the reason why. Like, I mean, you have to understand that. And I think that a lot more Republicans and conservatives should just be used to using things unfairly. Just get used to it. Just do it anyway. Like, if you can do it, oh, but what about, who cares but what about? Do they hold themselves accountable? No, then why should you? Just go and do whatever you want to do anything you want. Oh, it's not fair. Oh, but that's not, oh, well, too bad. Yep, it's the way it is. And Nick was purely journalistic too. And also, here's how you know that Nick Shirley wasn't actually trying to help the Cuban government. It's because he was getting a 2-star general in the hotel interrogating him, and he had to escape the country. And they confiscated a lot of his equipment. So, like, the entire premise of this is ridiculous. Like, very clearly, like, Nick Shirley was not helping them because they wouldn't be doing, like, they don't think he was helping them, right? I mean, like, yeah, obviously. Nick wasn't on a PR trip, yeah. I mean, Hassan went on a PR trip, that's it. The hard part is getting over the morality of it. Morality declines, Christianity, what is this here? No matter how much people bitch and beg for it, morality defenses Christianity is a massive hill for most. Well, people's morality, the thing is that, and this is the problem with a lot of people's idea of morality, is that it's totally ego-driven. It serves no actual functional purpose other than to make them feel like good people. Like, whenever your morality allows other people to get hurt, and when your morality allows people to suffer, and it makes people's lives worse, and it makes people more unsafe, is it really morality? At that point, like, is it really morality to say that you are above making certain decisions because you refuse to take a trolley problem and pull the lever? I personally don't think so. I think that the right answer is doing what's best for the most people. And even for the same thing, it could be a different answer. And that's it. And didn't Asandos go to a conference talk by the Cuban government? Yeah, I think that they did. And that's true. Let me look at a few more of these here. And, of course, Collargate. And so this is also, people think that... I guess he has a dog walker? Does he have a dog walker? Like, who has a dog walker? And you got your shirt on backwards? As far as I know, I don't. It's just a tighter shirt. And I got this shirt when I was like 19 or something at the thrift store. And it was a long, long time ago. And all rich people use dog walkers? That's crazy. And so anyways, look at Dead and Eyes. Believe Kaya was only coincidentally wearing an electric collar on the day she caught her foot. I mean, that does look like an interesting beeper. I don't know if it's real or not. I have no idea. But, you know, who's that Pokemon? It's crazy how even inside of this controversy, it's still only about the dog. Like, you went to Cuba, you could have worked with the Cuban government and everything, but it's still the most important thing, the thing that nobody can forget, is the dog. You can't forget the dog. Oh my God. Dogs are better than people. Well, they're better than some people. And so I'll bet Kaya called the feds. I know. There's been a lot of memes about this too. And so Code Pink co-founder Medea Benjamin was also subpoenaed. Like, if it was up to me, like, I'll tell you this, right? Is that if it was up to me, I would completely Old Testament all of these anti-American groups like Code Pink. I would completely bury them. I would go after them legally. I would take their finances. I would go after them on a personal level. I would go after any of their family members that were coordinating with them. I would go after their own personal finances. I'd go like I'd put them in jail. I would try to displace them. I'd shut down their businesses. I'd put them on no-fly lists. I would do everything. I'd subpoena all of their information. I'd make as much of it public as possible to make them look bad. I would go as far as I possibly could. Right? And that's, you have a law for that? I know. We can do this. You can just do this. And they don't do it. It's so annoying. Makes me so mad. Like, I don't know why this doesn't happen. You would, but how? You just do it. What are they going to do? They're going to sue you afterwards? Who cares? It's already done. Like, you can't, in a lot of things, the process is the punishment. So it's not about whether you're right or not. It's about making an example out of somebody. Who cares if you're right? Like, of course, and by the way, these people are never going to admit that you're right. Even if you have somebody dead to rights, they're going to say that they're innocent. It's because they're biased. So you can't look at like, oh, well, how can I win the approval of people that are going to lie to me? Like, well, I mean, they're just going to make the same shit up no matter what. So that's what I would say. Just follow the damn law. Yeah, we still have anti-communist laws. Well, I hear about this sometimes. What are the anti laws that are still in effect in America today? Yeah, I don't know what this is. Let me look this up. You think the government should strike harder? Yes. Yes, I do think so. You also have to show it warrants an investigation. Don't want people pushed close to the line. Yeah, definitely. So what is the... Yeah, I don't even really know the example for this, right? You have anti-treason laws? No. Yeah, but I'm talking about this is like a broader concept, right? It's obviously a broader concept. Turn off Pro? No, I have to. Because I'm a professional streamer. I have to do it. The Communist Control Act of 1954. The act declares the party is an instrumentality of a conspiracy to overthrow the government of the United States and strips it of all rights, privileges, and immunities of a legal body. It originally sought to criminalize membership, subjecting members to fines or imprisonment. Well, okay, so then they're not going to put people like that in jail. The Immigration and Nationality Act. Government views communist affiliation as a fundamentally incompatible with the naturalization oath and a potential threat to national security. So this is, I mean, I think this is great. I mean, like, why can't we just go with any of the immigrants that are doing this here? Why can't we just say, well, you lied on your Immigration Act, right? I mean, if this is what, if you can't be a communist and be an immigrant and be naturalized, then logically any of these people that are naturalized that are communists lied. So if you lie, then obviously it becomes void. So you just denaturalize them and send them back. Like, this is what I'm saying, right? Is like there are a lot of ways that you can approach this problem. And that's it. This is very bad with Democrats. I think that they definitely are used as shock troopers. You're right about that. Read the current status. Strictly enforced in years. U.S. government actually tightened how it interprets affiliation. Employment at a state-owned enterprise or a quasi-governmental institution in a communist country like China or Vietnam can now trigger a presumption of party affiliation. I like the sound of that. And state laws and loyalty oaths. State bans on communism like Oklahoma, Texas, Pennsylvania, Florida, and Georgia still have statutes and legal codes to make it illegal to belong to a communist party or organization. There you go. And so, yeah, I mean, I guess that's really it, are entirely dormant. So they don't really use those right now, but they still, you know, technically exist. So we must bring back the Eldritch problems to solve modern problems. Well, the thing is, like, we had these, we use the Eldritch magic against the Eldritch issues, and now they've returned. And people want to use modern solutions, but they don't work. And so that's really what I think happens, right? And penetrated guess, the news is not great. Okay. Here we go.
And I'm not going to lie to you guys. It's not great. And I'm not going to lie to you guys. It's not great. The news is not great. Okay?
Shouldn't have done it. Shouldn't have done it. I don't know what you were thinking doing it. Like, I mean, that's it. I mean, like, it's...
I mean, it's bullshit.
Yeah.
But...
it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. See, the thing is that, again, this is a person who's built their entire career on bullshitting. You constantly misinterpret people. You constantly make up lies about people. All the time you do that. And so now, finally, maybe this is happening to you. Shouldn't have done it.
Still not great that, you know, they're after your boy. They're up my ass.
Yeah.
And I'll obviously get into it right now. I'll tell you all about it, but let me blast off real quick.
Uh-huh. Blast off.
We will free you, brother. Yeah, free me. Free me. Free me.
Yeah.
I can't believe I'm saying that. And I'm not going to lie to you guys.
He's not happy, but this is... Jesus Christ.
Free me.
I can't believe I'm saying that. And I'm not going to lie to you guys. It's not great. The news is not great. Okay?
Man.
I mean, it's bullshit.
Yeah. Well, we'll see what happens, right? Reap what you sow, you do. And a group is Satrapi on Twitter essentially calling for martial law to defend Hassan. I'm pretty sure if we got martial law right now, that's not what would happen. So, yeah, I guess so. Still gotta deal with the bullshit. Man, he's cooked. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what to say. I really don't. I mean, this is... I mean, I ask, China avows communist, calls for death of U.S. senator. Yeah, I mean, shouldn't have done it. And this is a clip lacking the rest of his context. Oh, I'm sure he said more about it. I'm sure he's going to say more about it. I'm sure there's going to be plenty more input he's going to have, right? He wants to be a martyr. See, most people want to be martyrs until they're about to be martyrs. And then...
Free me. I can't believe I'm saying that. And
there's a lot of people, there's a lot of people that think that, right? And they think, oh, I'm going to be that guy. I'm going to do that until it happens. And then it's like, well, wait a minute. Well, I didn't mean, just hold up. All right, everybody, let's take a step back and let's be reasonable here, okay? He may not go to jail, but they're definitely going to make his life annoying. Yeah, sure. And so wanting the status of it, but not the responsibility. Many examples, many times. Look at the next clips. There's more. Let me open this up.
On the other hand, got a text message, or rather a voicemail, from a Fox News producer saying that I had been subpoenaed by the federal government.
Not good. Not a good thing.
And I was like, that's strange.
Yeah, not good.
Asking for comment.
Mm-hmm. I didn't do nothing.
And before I could even respond,
I didn't do anything
to the journalist, an article materialized on the timeline.
Yeah.
I'm going to be talking about that in a little bit. But let's just say that kind of fucked my whole night up.
You know what? I'm not surprised. I would feel the exact same way. Last time I got sued, it ruined... I don't know if it ruined my whole day, but it ruined like half of my day. Like I was mad about it for at least like 6 hours.
It fucked my plans up.
Yeah.
I still was able to do a little tub sesh.
Mm-hmm.
You know, get in the tub, get in the hot tub, get in the bathtub,
mm-hmm.
a little bit of salt, you know, cook myself up like a lobster. On the other hand,
I don't know why, dude. I don't know why people. I hate hot tubs. It's so nasty. Anyway, let me look at the next one. Oh, so there's one more. There's one more.
To deliver humanitarian aid to an island nation that we have starved.
That's not why. See, this is the reason why I don't feel bad for him. That's not why it's happening. You know that, and he knows this. He knows that's not why. It has nothing to do with that. It's the reframing. Oh my God.
And cause tremendous suffering too.
Mm-hmm.
Incredible.
We've caused suffering to them? What about the government? Don't they take all the money and they just don't help the people? Like, you think they haven't had eggs for years? It's all the U.S.'s fault? I don't know, man.
So yeah. I mean, what can you say? It's just pure evil, I guess.
It's pure evil.
According to a Fox News digital investigation.
See, like, I don't understand the morality inversion when you go and you run defense for a company or, well, both. I mean, a company that's run, basically, it's a country. It seems like there's something that's, like, so profoundly wrong about this because Hassan is, like, a big Bernie fan. I'm also a big Bernie fan. Like, we both like him. And, like, Bernie has been against oligarchy for, like, the last 40 or 50 years, right? And so how is it that you can go to Cuba that's run basically by an oligarchy, much more so even than America is, that directly punishes political prisoners. They have political prisoners being put in jail. They kill people that they disagree with, that disagree with the government. And I mean, and also just for arbitrary reasons. They prosecute journalism. They hold money and they don't help their people for aid. They force their ideology at the expense of the entire country. Like, how can you possibly look at being on those people's side and think to yourself, the other side is evil? Like, there's something that's profoundly wrong with that. I think so.
Singham has pumped $278 million into nonprofit groups that have pushed pro-China, pro-Cuba, anti-U.S. narratives and street protests for almost a decade, since his marriage in February 2017 to Code Pink co-founder Jody Evans, who's also being investigated for her role in the March trip. Code Pink received $1.3 million from Singham after he married Evans.
I think you need to investigate these people. And if you have, this is what I would do. If you had, what do you call it? Oh, fuck. Like, if you had, like, cause that these people were, like, indirectly supporting foreign governments, I just take all their money. Straight up. I mean, like, just literally say, like, you can't access your bank account anymore. We're getting it. That's it. Just, all right, you're getting reset down to zero. Should be thanking us you're not dead.
Is Jody Evans, who I took a photo with. They love this photo for some reason. I don't know why. She's one of the co-founders of Code Pink. She's wonderful. And it's like all of this investigation, at least the high notes, make it seem like they just saw stuff on like New York Post and on Twitter and were like, oh, this must be valid.
Damn, that's too bad. It sucks. Shouldn't have done it. Yep, shouldn't have done it. Like, that's... Yeah. Wow.
In mid-March, organizations in the Singham Network, from the Venceremos Brigade to People's Forum, a hub for communist cause in New York City, were leaders of the Nuestra American Convoy, which included an estimated...
So, like, why don't you just, for example, like with this network, like, why don't you just take all their money and seize their assets and put the people that run it in jail if they're trying to push communist causes in America? Why don't we just do that? Why? I mean, because we could, right? I mean, we could literally just do that. So, like, just do it. Like, It's so crazy to me that, like, we don't ever, like, there's, like, I mean, in my opinion, like, Hassan is, like, I don't really care about Hassan doing this. It's not really a big deal. He's just talking. It doesn't matter. But, like, these are the people that are really pulling the purse strings and making the decisions, right? These actual organizations, these networks, like, these are the people that are real bad. They're the real bad actors. They're the ones that organize and they create all of this problem.
650 delegates from 33 countries and 120 organizations. The organizations included Democratic Socialists of America, a U.S. nonprofit that promotes Piker as a headline member.
Nope.
By the way, that's so funny. The DSA does not promote me as a headline member.
Who knows?
But, you know, fuck it. We ball.
Yeah. Yeah, does Hassan deserve jail time over this? I don't know. I don't think... Here's the reality. That there's a reason why they're doing an investigation, because if they thought that if they thought that he deserved jail time, they wouldn't have done a subpoena. They would have arrested him. They would have charged him with something. So they don't know that. That's why they're doing a subpoena, to look into it and investigate it to figure out what's true and what's not. So I don't think that anybody should draw conclusions. I think that what's publicly available is very damning. But I don't know how that's applied in law functionally, because I'm not a lawyer. So again, like, I can read what, like, a Grok summary says or what, like, a Gemini summary says, but, like, I don't have you know, like, 4 years of law school, for example, to, like, be able to contextualize that. I don't know that. So we'll have to wait and see. Doesn't the DSA support the KKK? I don't think so. I'm pretty sure they don't. And as far as I know, it's clear they have a reason to investigate and subpoena. Usually they do, right? Not enough info. There's suspicion, though. Yeah, exactly, right? And he deserves fines to rethink life choices. I have no idea. I really don't. Really? Oh, man. Is that just the way it is, huh? That's a good picture? Yeah, I guess so. And favorite picture? Yeah, well, you've met with a terrible fate, haven't you? And there it is. Needs to be an emote, I guess so. And freedom of privilege outside of moving consequence to subject others to harassment campaigns and spreading bullshit. He has. He's done that a lot. Are we going to ignore the fact that these people speaking to commendable drones? Can't people make up their own mind to follow influencers? So why are influencers not at fault? Because I think that when a person takes an action, that person should be held accountable for that action. I think that you're right whenever people are advocating for violence or something like that, but I have a pretty wide scope of what I would allow people to do as like a private citizen in terms of expressing how they feel about something. But, you know, again, I'm not unlimited to that, but I just have a pretty wide net for it, right? And so, what is this? The top reply? A new shirt? Yeah, it's a new shirt that I got in 2009, okay? Like, most of my clothes I get at the thrift store. They've got really nice clothes. I feel like, why would I go somewhere else? I like the place, right? Sometimes I go to Target. Dude. Father, Asmongold, I did not, okay? I know everybody wants to blame me. People are making jokes about this. I promise, I actually had nothing to do with this. I had nothing to do with this. I didn't report anybody. I didn't go after anybody. I didn't do anything else, right? I found out about it the same as you did. Okay, this was not like a big agenda. I didn't do any of this. I don't know, man. And it's the payback for the Destiny ban? I guess so. And I guess maybe if Hassan gets put in jail, there must always be a Lich King. So I think that if Hassan gets put in jail, and he obviously can't stream from jail, then it would logically make sense that Destiny would get unbanned to be the new Lich King, right? Because it would be unfair. I think it'd be unfair if I was the only guy on here talking about world events, right? It would be unfair, like doing any sort of commentary at all. Like, you have to have somebody else on the other side, right? I mean, it would be boring if that didn't happen. So, like, you'd have to have Destiny get unbanned, or somebody else would have to get promoted up there, right? And so it's, yeah, I don't know. And Denims gets promoted. No, it has to be somebody that people want to watch. Like, I'm talking about Destiny, right? Obviously. And so, yeah, video game streaming. Yeah, no, has to be, yeah, Mike from PA, Denims. No. Like, somebody entertaining. Somebody that, like, it people want to watch. There's someone that people listen to. So not like a barnacle to somebody else, right? And anyway, what is this here? The U.S. Oh, you're getting paid by the Cuban government.
This is why it's this is why it's insane, but also kind of funny in a weird way. Whenever people are like, "Oh, I bet you're getting paid by the Cuban government," bro. They don't have money.
Do you really think that the people running the Cuban government don't have money? Does anybody believe this? Like, nobody believes this shit, do they? Like, I mean, like, what are we doing? Like, this is the reason. Like, it's so crazy that everybody's lying. Like, Fox News is misrepresenting Hassan. Hassan is totally misrepresenting the situation. Everybody's lying. So, like, there's not, like, nobody even cares about what happened. Nobody cares about, like, oh, did this happen or not? No, it's all, like, some narrative that, like, you're trying to put out there that's, like, nobody even cares if it's true. It's really kind of funny.
With what money? What if, like, you think they got money?
Yeah. Yeah, I think the guys that run Cuba have a lot of money. Yeah, I do. It's exactly, yeah, I absolutely they do.
Are you fucking insane? It's one of those things where I can't tell if people are just, like, so used to only at advancing causes for monetary reasons, like they just can't possibly fathom the idea that someone would want to genuinely help the Cuban population, genuinely.
I think that he does. Like, I think that he does want to help them, and it's nice that he wants to help them. But if you want to help them, maybe you should go against the government, right? Like, that's the way I see it. Gesa, the military entity, has over $18 billion. So yeah, I mean, and that's the main company that runs Cuba, right? Is Gesa?
Demand that we stop, killing Cubans with our economic terrorism.
We're killing Cubans with the economic terrorism, but Cuba isn't killing Cubans when Cuba kills Cubans. Okay.
Right?
Right.
Like, what money do they have to give me money? You know what I mean?
Well,
it's very stupid.
Let's answer that question. So Gesa is one of the largest. It's the largest company in Cuba. Let's take a look at it. Gesa, Grupo de Administración Empresarial, is a major Cuban business conglomerate owned and operated by the Cuban Revolutionary Armed Forces. Hey guys, this is always it's a really great sign when the largest company is owned by the largest military. This is let me tell you something, okay? That is just, oh, bro, what could go wrong? Founded in 1995 by Raul Castro. And this, by the way, this is the guy that they said they've indicted, right? Gesa owns all of the hotels in Havana. Let me see. I'll pull this up. Give me 1 second. Let me get to that because I do know this, but we'll go and find the other one here. Where is it? Oh, I think I might. Yeah. Oh, here it is. Okay, to help the military. So, founded to help the military generate revenue during Cuba's special period economic. So, they're going through a special period. Control. It dominates key sectors of the Cuban economy, including tourism, and these are the hotels. So, like, for example, this hotel. Remember how, like, the Cuban, like, tourist hotel had lights and nobody else had lights? Oh. Somebody's calling it the Cuban collar crisis. Wow. How about that? So you can see very clearly, like, I mean, they control this a lot. So they control retail, ports, finance, remittances, imports, and more. Estimates suggest it controls 40 to 70% of the Cuban economy, with revenues far exceeding the official state budget. Functions as a state within a state. It operates with significant autonomy and is not subject to normal government audits, and prioritizes hard currency with USD earnings. So they're working in USD, not pesos, while their own people have to fucking live off of pesos and they can't get eggs. And yeah, true. Grew up under communism. There's always a hard currency operation like this. It was called commercial coordination here. Isn't it crazy how some people can be communists now? It's really like, how is it that every single time the same thing happens, but this time it's going to be different, guy? No, you don't understand. No, it was about to be perfect, but then the United States ruined it. No, capitalism ruined it. No, other countries ruined it. Oh, well, it was corruption. Oh, it was something else. Like, how is it that every single time it goes wrong, but there are still people who think to themselves, well, I mean, who knows? So, the cake was wrong in 100 countries. Next time it will be different. Exactly. And yeah, leadership previously led by General Luis Alberto Garcia's Raul Castro's former son-in-law. Oh, this is always good, keeping it in the family. Until his death, control has remained with the military and family circles. It's drawn, what's their net worth? Gesa is often described as Cuba's most powerful and profitable entity, even as the broader economy faces shortage. How profitable is it? Oh, no, not that. I was going to just copy-paste Gesa. Does GAE... Okay, so how much money do they have and make? So 18 billion in current liquid assets. Do you know how much money that is to have in a liquid asset? That's ridiculous. Like most super rich people, like even people that have like $50 billion, they don't have this much money in active liquid assets. They have this much money in a company that they own. Liquid asset, $18 billion is fucking insane. Yeah, this is like basically things that they can turn into money. Even Elon is not 18 billion liquid. I would be surprised if he was. Like, yeah, I mean, this is, like, I don't think people understand, like, liquid assets are much different than just, let's say, something else. Well, what is this?
He tried to kill me. I really think this is a bad idea.
Marge, I agree with you in theory. In theory, communism works. In theory.
Look, he thinks he's people.
The fuck? Yeah, I think Saudi money is similar. Yeah, these guys have a ridiculous amount of money. $14.5 billion was in bank deposits or Geisa-controlled financial institutions. And so whenever we're talking about generated 2.1 billion in net profits, where the fuck did it go? No, like, we're not talking about, like, how much money they made in total. This is how much money they are taking home. Net profits, 2.1 billion in 1 quarter of 1 year. Holy shit. So, it's good. And so, how much money in liquid assets do the top 10 richest people not related to government have? So this is in liquid assets, not like ownership of a company. Liquid assets, cash on hand. Liquid $850 million, Elon Musk. Larry Page, likely hundreds of millions to low billions of liquid. Similar to Page, Sergey, very low liquidity relative to net worth. Larry Ellison, I told you guys, like, people don't understand, like, however rich you think some random guy is, imagine how much money, like, Vladimir Putin has. Really, think about, like, it's not even comprehensible. Like, these guys that run the governments in these countries, Jeff is high because of the divorce. Is it really? Jeff Bezos, he's liquid 10 to $15 billion because of the divorce, right? Around 5%. Amazon stock is in Bolt. Highly liquid via public shares, but he doesn't hold massive idle cash. Yeah, okay. So there you go. Putin's the #1 liquid. Trump is also a trillionaire. Well, I don't know about that. I mean, Trump's only the president for 8 years. I mean, Putin's been around for a long time. So liquidity, what is this here? Not that. So all of this is here, right? Top 10, 50 to 150 billion total, right? For all of them. Why so little? Billionaires minimize idle liquid cash due to inflation and opportunity cost. So for context against Geisa, one mid-tier top 10 billionaires' total net worth exceeds Geisa's reported liquid reserves, but actual spendable cash per person is often comparable or below what Geisa holds in banks. So these people, like these guys that are running Cuba, have more like disposable income and more money that they can spend than like the most rich people in the entire world. Like, that's how much money they're making. So you say, oh, what money?
This is why it's this is why it's insane, but also kind of funny in a weird way. Whenever people are like, "Oh, I bet you're getting paid by the Cuban government, bro." They don't have money.
Sad to say. Sad to say. No, you're being an idiot here. Okay. All right. Let's go ahead and let me pull this up. All right. Go ahead. Explain it. You should compare how much liquid money Tesla or SpaceX has. Why would I compare how much liquid money Tesla or SpaceX has? Why would I do that? I don't understand. What would the purpose of that be? Because GESO is an organization? Yes. GESO is an organization that's run in the best interests of the communist Cuban dictatorship. Tesla and SpaceX are companies that operate that have multiple owners, and the money that's being spent is going to be going through an approval process that is decided by shareholders and the board of directors. Like, these are just, you're comparing apples and oranges. Like, for example, like Tesla is a publicly traded company. SpaceX will be a publicly traded company. SpaceX is not public. No, it's not. But that doesn't mean that. So you're comparing how rich the Cuban oligarch is with Elon? Yes, that's exactly right. Because the collective Cuban oligarchy fund is being spent in the best interest of the Cuban government, the communist Cuban government. Like, I mean, I don't even I'm shocked that we're even having this conversation. How is this possible? Like, obviously, an owner of a company and a stockholder of a company can't use that company's personal funds for their own piggy bank. They can't do that. Whereas GESA can. Do you understand? SpaceX IPO next month? Yeah, I know. I mean, I don't know. He doesn't understand. Maybe sub IQ, sub 80 IQ. You think he's sub 80? Let me see if he's sub 80. We'll get one more response. Just compare it with us. And also, like, by the way, you can't, so no company would ever do that too, because so there's a term for this. Whenever you use company funds for personal expenses, it's called piercing the corporate veil. It's one of the most common and most well-known forms of corporate fraud. And it's the way that companies are able to, and prosecutors are able to hold individuals who own money and who, own stock in a company personally accountable for bad actions that company does. When that company is doing things for the personal best interests of shareholders, then you pierce the corporate veil and you are held liable personally. So, like, it's just simply not true. Like, not only is this not true, but it's like I'm gonna close this. I'm just not gonna even think about it. Right? It's a lack of respect. Yeah, if it were private, it doesn't matter if it's public. Your answer is to the shareholders. Yes, exactly. Well, I mean, if a private company has shareholders too, like there are shareholders in almost every company. So I don't know really what else to say beyond that. Right? What is this? Is there another one?
Honestly, we've just been living life, living large, and just peppering people with just wads of cash for the most part.
We've been sending every 2 weeks. We've been sending thousands of pounds of medicines and food, and keep collecting donations from Cuba. We have another 2,500 pounds of food that we're sending next Saturday. And we'll just keep doing that. And I think it's so important to be sending whatever we can. It's also important to go there and spend money.
Honest.
It sure is important. It sure, you know what? I don't think she knew how right she was. It turns out that it was more important than what she thought. Wow, how about that? Why is there more on sending food to homeless vets in the U.S.? Because they hate America. That's it. Zoran meant, oh God.
Dissidents alike. It's a way to try to have a chilling effect on speech.
Good. Should do it more.
And some people, it seems, some likely and some unlikely people have been cheering it on. Yes. We'll be talking about that in a second as well. You might need Zoran Magic for this one. Yeah, okay, dude. Yeah. I don't think Zoran Mamdani is going to be...
The mayor of New York is going to get you out of a federal charge. Right. This isn't Rudy Giuliani we're talking about, okay? He doesn't have that level of emotion.
Doing that anytime soon. Because
I mean, let's be real.
I'm not a concerning incident that took place in the New York City region of America. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. That's great. Now you
highly doubt it.
So
maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he'll prove me wrong. I don't know. But anyway.
Maybe he'll prove you wrong. Like, what do you want him to say? That it was bad? I'm sure Zoran will probably say it's unfair that Hassan's being treated this way. I could easily assume that happens. But other than that, I don't think anything else is going to go there. Like, it's just not going to go anything else. And I do find it to be extremely fucking funny that all of this, you know, all of the Hassan, Cuba thing and everything else, I mean, I really think that it's basically... I hope that the government now, it's actually over for these people that are like organizing with these foreign governments and shit like that. I do. I hope it finally happens. I don't know if it ever will, but I hope that that's where things go. And can we make the boys clip, please? I don't remember which one it was. I have no idea. But yeah, in the end, commies always lose. Well, I mean, apparently, right? It seems that way. So they also think this is a shot collar, by the way.
Somebody was asking if what this woman is wearing, is this a shot collar? I don't even know what the fuck this is, though. Would it be? That's the remote. Oh, shit. Wait, what is the red one? Does the red one mean something different?
It's something to do with the collar. It's obviously something to do with the collar.
No. I thought Hassan said Kai was the most spoiled girl ever. Going to the park every day.
Uh-huh.
The red one is fire
XQC
damage.
debunked it, did he? It's a pager.
The PG 300 remote dog training
Only
collar.
300. I don't know what that means. So has it been debunked? Give me a minute. Let me look and see. I think this was on Yeet whenever I looked at it. Let me see if I can find it. It's a ploy to say, oh, I said a vibration collar. You think that's the reason why?
Training collar.
Chad, this one doesn't have the stuff on it, no? Yeah, this one's not. This one's not it.
Pager only.
Chad, you know what this is? I think this is the exact opposite. I think this is a why they're wearing it so out there. You know what I mean? And also, why is this? Chad, is this in real?
Oh no! I thought Hassan said Kai was the most spoiled girl ever. Going to the park every day.
Yo, chat. Okay, I don't want to sound schizo, chat, but I feel like this is just like wearing it outside to show. Oh, guys,
fire damage.
This is obviously that. You know what I mean?
So even when dude, oh my god. This is, I find it to be so funny. So even when he doesn't use the shot collar, the reason why is because he's trying to get people to realize that he used the shot collar before that. Oh my god, this is just really... Wow.
What do you mean? No, it is.
It is. As I said, like, there's no way he's ever going to live this down.
It's not, guys. This one doesn't shock. I think that's the whole point. Is that they're wearing it all out there, super visible to show, guys.
Yeah,
we have that, but it doesn't do that. That's the most common explanation that you would have this.
Remote dog training collar.
Wow.
No, I'm right about this. I'm pretty sure I'm correct.
Debunk anything?
I'm not right. No,
I don't know,
I'm
guys.
correct on 100%.
He says that he's having her wear that in order to make it look like he never did any of this anyway, right? That was not even the reason why. I'll see if there's any more about this or anything else that happened, because it's just been pretty funny to watch all this happen. And where is this here? Can I find it? And could have been the real remote in her pocket. Oh, so there's like two separate remotes and she's hiding the real one. I think that would make a lot of sense. I think you're definitely right about that one. And the shot collar model is the 300 Mini Educator. Oh, okay. Well, I mean, again, I don't even know what the hell this is, but let me see. Oh, this is it. All right, let me see if there's any more of this. Was approved per exception. Massive day for the unemployed. Oh God, he's gonna get such a being big bad political target. Yeah, Cuba subpoena. I mean, 40 people got subpoenaed. It wasn't just him. And can anyone explain what for? Potential sanction violations. Uh-oh. And as a guy who hates both MAGA and Hassan, this does put a smile on my face. I mean, it does sound like first they came for the communist Pelham. Good. Like, yeah, that's. We've been waiting on this. It's about to. Well, how did it take this long? How would it take this long? How are you gonna make it take this fucking long? It's crazy. Yeah, fuck them. That's what happens. Probably dumbest thing. My enemy is state. The enemy currently in state is attacking constitutional rights of my other enemy. I'm happy about that. The constitutional rights to go and maybe get funding. And again, these people don't care about the Constitution. They only care about it whenever they can use it to subvert your ideology. That's the only reason. We get Assange realizing it's alarming. He's being investigated by the federal government. It is. It's very alarming. Shouldn't have done it. Shouldn't have done it.